This is Peter Lau. Today is Monday, April 15th. I'm at 1093 North Catalina Avenue, Pasadena, California. I'll be answering through the rear side cleanout. In a brief moment, we will be transitioning to the end of the sewer line, as that provides the clearest video. We're about 124 feet into the main sewer line where it ties into the city sewer, at a depth of about 5.5 feet. I'll be making my way back towards the access point. So currently working our way back from clay piping, and that's very typical to see, as that is what most cities like to use for their sewer lines, and especially given the home was built about 1906, I would expect to see clay. Clay does have a relatively long estimated service life given the ideal circumstances. However, as you're about to see, clay is susceptible to root intrusions and offsets. So I'd like to point out that these two problems are very common within clay, and they do have a relatively easy fix. However, most of the ways to clear out the roots are temporary, as roots generally do grow back in. So my recommendation, it'll be on the report as well, but just for the sake of commentary in the video, recommendation is to get the line hydrojetted. And what hydrojetting is basically pressure washing the line. And there's also water currently running at the present time of inspection. I will try to pause the video and let the water run its course before I begin any further. So the way roots get into the main sewer line, typically because of clay material, the joints aren't sealed 100%, so that allows for a little bit of moisture leakage, which allows the roots, generally because they grow pretty close in proximity to the sewer line. So the roots want to grow where there's water. That's the nutrients for the roots. And as long as the roots are growing in from the joints, there shouldn't be any major issues. If the roots were to, say, be growing into the center of the pipe where there's no joint, that could indicate damage. So thus far, the roots that we have seen are growing throughout the joints. However, this portion of the line is very heavily affected by roots. So again, get the line hydrojetted, and then after the hydrojet, so after clearing the line, once again inspect the line, doing similar inspection like what I'm doing. Get it scoped, make sure none of the root intrusion has damaged the pipes. With about 100 feet remaining, still working our way back from clay piping. So even though the root intrusion looks as bad as it does, there's no blockage of the water flow currently at the present time of inspection. However, given more time, these roots will definitely have more than enough potential to cause blockage in the future. As I said earlier, there is just a little bit of water running currently. You can see that it's just a steady flow, and it's flowing out towards that city sewer. So the way that plumbing works, each house will have their own individual sewer line that runs out and excuse me, and eventually does meet that city sewer connection. As you can see, there's just some root debris that probably got knocked off as water was flowing down the line. With about 79 feet remaining. As you can see, this portion of the line also has heavy root intrusion. So the reason why I'm recommending a hydrojet and not a rooter or a snake is because it's much more thorough, and it will clear out 99% of the time will clear out the heavy root intrusion and leave you with the pipe basically clear of any debris buildup, any roots. And usually the plumber will also scope the line to make sure he has effectively removed the roots. With about 50 feet remaining, again still working our way back from that clay piping material. What you just heard is more water currently being ran, so I will pause the video if the water intrudes. And as I said, the water just started running. Somebody most likely flushed the toilet. I'll let the video run as the water clears out, just so you can see a little bit how the sewer line works. So the distance indicator is noted on the bottom left side of the screen. We're about 35 feet 4 inches. And now you can see that the water has resided for the most part, with just some residual water flowing through the line. So given that this line is much older, the plumber will have to use the utmost care while hydrojetting the line, just to make sure he doesn't damage the clay portion of the line. However, that is rare, but it has definitely happened before. Now we're making our way back from a few turns. As you can see, there's just roots on the left and right side of the line, and someone just flushed another toilet. In this case, I will pause the video and resume after the water resides. Alright, resuming from the same spot. Water has resided. So other than offsets and root intrusion, the line does appear to be fully functional. Again, there was no blockage at the present time of inspection. However, given the roots that we've seen on this video, a blockage will definitely be imminent unless something is done to the roots. And that's hot water being ran. So this was what you saw at the beginning of the video. We're currently at the access point of which was used at the beginning. Let me just clear up the camera head. And this concludes the inspection of the main sewer line. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call, text, or email. Thank you.